Hi, I had to come on and talk about what I've been seeing. And I know I'm quiet about political arenas, I'm sometimes quiet about current events, but lately I just can't do it. I can't just sit and not say something. And as I look at the new administration and the impact it's having on ICE, it's having on federal jobs, what it's doing to DEI in different areas, to the fact that Target, which was, everyone's, not everyone, but so many people dearly loved Target, just going to Target, made videos on just your Target run, for that to be boycotted. It reminds me of Denny's. If y'all can remember that, was the last time anybody seen a Denny's or has gone into a Denny's? And there was a boycott around Denny's years and years ago. And so one of the things that I've noticed is that there are always these trends that tend to happen in our society depending on who's in charge and what's happening and how that kind of trickles down to the rest of society. So we are seeing the impact of that change in our administration. And one of the things that I've noticed is child protection also has changes. That there are times where in child protection, maybe who's in charge, the commissioner, whoever is the top person at that agency, maybe they are more about keeping families together. And so they trickle that down to the rest of staff. Don't just take the kids, try to work with the family, try to find options. And then that person leaves and a new commissioner comes in, and that person is saying, we protect children at all costs. We are going to do everything we can to protect children. That is top priority, not the family, not the parents, not the relatives. Top priorities, safety of the kids. And if it means being with a perfect stranger, so be it, but safety of the kids. And so when you watch that, we call it a pendulum, go back and forth, you have to pay attention. You have to look at what the climate is around you and around in your own community and figure out, okay, DCF is on this pendulum that says, hey, they're going to do safety first and utmost and only. So you have to think more clearly and more strategically about dealing with DCF when you know that that is the climate. Just like we are here being careful about, our own movements here in this country, we are concerned about the people that might be around us who are undocumented, just whatever. And we change our movements. We boycotted Target. People are boycotting Target, so we change our movements. The same thing is with child protection. You have to be careful about what they are doing and make sure that you act accordingly. Sometimes they're going to want to work with families and sometimes they're not. And if they're in this pendulum swing where they're not really working with families, then it's incumbent upon you and us as attorneys and social workers and teachers to think about what can we do differently so that families can remain intact while keeping kids safe. I am never going to be a proponent of kids can, whatever happens to the kids, keep them with their parents. No, I think that if the parents aren't able to care for their kids, then there needs to be another alternative. But it doesn't have to be something so detrimental to the family unit that it cuts off all ties. So keeping this in mind, just as in the same way we see changes in our society, depending on who is in charge, you'll see that in child protection. Sometimes you'll even see that in court. You have a judge who is more conservative and will err on the side of caution every single time and will side with DCF. And then you have those who are pro-parent that will support parents, that will, make sure the kids are safe, but give parents a chance. So act accordingly is all I would like to say for this segment. While we see the changes in society, understand that it has a trickle down effect. For whatever's happening in the Oval Office has a trickle down effect to the rest, and not trickle, actually a direct impact on the rest of society. So if you do need assistance in dealing with DCF, don't hesitate to contact us. Family court, it can be impacted as well. Probate court and child custody matters, I'm seeing changes there. All of that can be impacted. So let us know if you need assistance and give us a call.